Hello, happy Tuesday. Happy day. We are rolling thick in a thunderstorm and it is amazing. I love thunderstorms. Oh my God, sorry, something in my eyeball. So Tuesday, okay, yesterday was Monday. We made it through. I told you Monday's my favorite day of the week. How is Tuesday feeling for you? Because hopefully you get a high off of Monday and you're ready to attack Tuesday with the same, depending on where you are and what time zone you're in. I wanted to chat with you guys because I had a conversation with my friend Kristen, who is the best coach I've ever had as a friend. Like the way that she emotionally connects with me as a friend and also just with her clients. She's a beautiful human. If you know her, you are blessed. She was talking to me about the word priority. And I had to go look it up today because I was like, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. This is the reason why the world is in overwhelm. It's why women especially are in overwhelm. It's why corporate America is in overwhelm. So let's talk about priorities. I'm Gwen, by the way, if you don't know me, and I am on a mission to help women create a life they don't need a vacation from, because that's what I needed way back in the day. It's what I needed. And I found a couple of tips and tricks to kind of help you along the way. That's my purpose. That's my mission. That is exactly what I'm put on this earth to do. And the reason or the way that I get to do that is I get to go first. That's what I'm designed to do. I go first. I experience the things and then I get to turn around and be like, hey guys, this worked. This didn't work. You can do this. I'll help you do this. That's how I'm designed to help you. So priorities. All right. If you look up the word priority by definition, its origination is around 1800. And what it says as a definition is fact or condition of being regarded or treated as more important. Okay, we all know that, right? It's a priority. And the earlier definitions kind of make priority out to be like the first or the prime thing to be done. Okay, so the first thing to be done is a priority. It gets done first, right? Or one thing is regarded more than another. Makes sense. We know that. So from about 1800 to 1940, priority was singular. 1940 on, and I bet you that you hear priorities, plural, more than you hear priority, right? Have you been in a corporate meeting, a work meeting, any kind of Zoom call for work that talks about the priorities of tasks? And then you list them out, right? You're like, well, here's priority 1, and here's priority 2, and here's priority 3. It emerged in the corporate day to day. And I don't know about you, but it has gotten worse, I think, in even just the past 365 days, because look at what we were dealt. Like, look at the cards that we were dealt and how we had to pivot and shift. And we had women working from home who also had to help their kids through school, right? Who also had to cook the dinner and be present. Like, the world completely changed in the past year, yet we still are hung up on the fact that priorities is plural, right? We are not meant to have more than one priority. And I think this is where the world has like crashed into the state of overwhelm. On the day-to-day and in our personal lives, not only in our work lives, but in our personal lives. And we're just like, we're on the hamster wheel. We're like, okay, priority number 1, I got that accomplished. Let's go to priority number 2. No. There is one priority. It is just one priority. And it's one because it is the goal, that task. And this is the one goal that we're working towards. And that's where all of our attention goes. We can't possibly divert our attention to multiple priorities and think that we're going to be able to do a good job in doing so. Do you want to say hello?
Mama.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Okay. I'll make you food in just a second. Okay. So we cannot divert and split up and chop up our thoughts to more than one priority at a time. Does that make sense? Right? Have you seen that? Have you felt that? Let's just take like working moms. Let's just take corporate moms, career moms. your priorities are your kids, right? But you also have to go to work and make money for the household. And you also, a lot of times, are responsible for cooking the meals and putting the kids to bed. And I'm not saying every night, but I'm saying that as a mom, those are a lot of your responsibilities and priority, right? Your kids are your priority. But when you are taking work home because you didn't finish your tasks at work and now you have to bring them home, like, we cannot be mixing all of these things together and have concrete thoughts and effective days that don't lead to stress and overwhelm. Does anybody feel that? No. I'm not saying our priority should be not having any priority. Our priority should be having one priority and working on one priority at a time. Because as soon as we start to break off our day, and now we have like 8 priorities that we are supposed to be responsible for and also thinking about and also showing up for the same on each of them, we lose our effectiveness and we get into the state of overwhelm and we get into the state of stress, right? It becomes really difficult. And what ends up happening is that we find trade-offs. So we're like, how can I bend to handle something else? That's just like the norm these days. Instead of saying, you know what? No, I have this one focus right now. This is what I'm working on. When I'm done with my complete focus and this priority is done and accomplished, then I will move on to my next priority. What if our life conditions don't let us follow only one priority? Then you have to change your life conditions. And I'm not saying that like, your kids and your work can't be 2 important things in your life, but when they start to mix, right? When we can't break free from having both of those things singularly happening. When you're home with your kids. You're not home with your kids and cooking dinner and doing your work, right? That's what I'm saying, is that we can't possibly intermingle and have different priorities showing up in our same space all the time, because it will not work and it will lead to overwhelm. I know that a lot of you have felt stress and overwhelm in the past year. And that's why when we go through the ULA process and we pick one goal, we pick one priority, and then you create little daily action steps that help you push closer to accomplishing that one goal. And you cannot move forward until you complete that one goal. That's the way it works. It's the way our brain works. Our brains are not wired to have 8 priorities intermingling, having to think about them all at the same time, right? Because we're not supposed to be in overwhelm. I mean, the world has completely changed since 1940, when the job force changed, and then we had women in the job force, and we had 2-income households. Like, the mom wasn't just home being able to work on dinner during the day and also care for the kids. And then the husband came home and everybody ate dinner together. Like, now both parents are usually outside of the house. And then there's like this stress and overwhelm since everyone's rushing to get home at the same time and leaving the office and going to pick up daycare. Like, it becomes a giant mess. So if we're not able to have a life where we can only follow one priority at a time, we have to work on reworking our life or reconsidering our priorities, right? Like, really taking a really concrete look at what our life looks like and what priority is most important to you now. And you're right. Yeah. I don't know what your name is on the YouTube comments, but sometimes it says the world does put us in a situation where we have to give time to all of our priorities. Sometimes there will be times in your life when you are unbalanced. And the whole point of that is that it's a time that ends, right? It is not a constant. And I think what we're finding now in the world is that priorities is a constant. And we're not balanced. We're in a state of unbalance because we have multiple priorities that take up all of our brain space and require us to be in that space at the same time. So we have to work towards reconfiguring the life that we want to live, the life that we desire to live, right? The one that fills our cup, the one that makes us happy and have fun and not be in a state of stress and overwhelm. So if we have accountability and we have community, and we have people working together to help us achieve our one goal, do we have success? I think we do. I think we do. And if that's something that you struggle with, if you struggle with being in overwhelm, I saw a friend's Instagram post today. Basically, it was like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know how I'm expected to be this person at all times of the day, and then still have time to appreciate and be here for myself. And that's the thing, we're not. We're not supposed to be there at all times, right? I accept that there are periods of time where we will be unbalanced in order to accomplish something, but it shouldn't be a 24/7. So if you feel like you've struggled with overwhelm or stress or not being able to figure out where you need to put your attention and your focus in and how to choose a priority to work towards, then come join the community that we have, right? The women in Inspired and Ready for More are wanting to change this cycle that we're on. They're wanting to get off the hamster wheel and really create a life that they can fall in love with again, a life that they don't feel like they need a vacation from, right? That's the whole point. Because when we wake up in the morning, our feet should hit the floor and we should be excited to attack the day with something that is purposeful and meaningful. And we can't get there if we're intermingled with so many thoughts and so many things that are on our plate. Cannot spin all the plates all the time. So if you're needing help, come and join. I will throw the link to Inspired and Ready for More in the comments. So you guys can go ahead and click on that really easily. And, you know, having a community is accountability. Having that community is amazing. People will lift you up. You'll be surrounded by people who are doing the things that you want to do, and automatically you will level up your life. You will rise up your frequency and your vibration, and you will show up as a completely different person. Trust me. Because I had to go through that before it could be here. And it's not an ending process. Like, it's forever changing. It's forever figuring out. It's forever reevaluating your life and trying to decide, okay, what do I not like? What do I want? And how do I get there? Right? You guys are the absolute best. I love you for being here with me. If you have any questions about Inspired or Ready for More, or you just want to have a conversation about like, okay, that's me. Like, I'm in a state of stress and overwhelm and I don't know how to get out. Just shoot me a message or send me an email. Okay? And get into Inspired and Ready for More and start changing your life, taking your life into your own hands. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Tuesday.